So do you guys know that all the characters have different languages and different nationality in Genshin Impact? And I have collected information from various sources about what nationality each character in Genshin Impact can be. And I will also tell you guys about some facts of each character you probably don't know. So, hello my dear Hillybliss rituals, this is your Abyssmage speaking, and this video is going to be very interesting. So before starting off this video, I have a daily commission for you. So your first commission is to like this video, your second commission is to subscribe this channel, your third commission is to comment on this video, and your fourth and final commission is to share this video. So Bard, roll the intro.
I will have order.
So starting off with number 15, Hu Tao. So Genshin Impact surprised players by releasing Hu Tao, a Pyro Polam user who is one of the most powerful 5 stars to date. She runs the Wangxing Funeral Parlor as a director, and she is also friends with Zhongli, Rex Lapis, and also one of the most eccentric characters in the game. Her personality is extremely striking, and players who have done her story quest were caught off guard by her strange behavior. So if we talk about her nationality, so she is a Chinese, and let me tell you about her fact you probably don't know. So she kidnapped Chi-Chi. Hu Tao has gone further than most player thinks with her desire to bury Chi-Chi, something she believes the right thing to do since the child is a zombie. In fact, Hu Tao has had poor Chi-Chi stuffed into a bag several times only for Dr. Baizhu to stop the kidnapping in the nick of time. Hu Tao has scared Chi-Chi and is the one person the young girl hates, while Hu Tao now sees Chi-Chi as a friend, but this feeling is not mutual and likely never will be. Number 14, Klee.
Are you here for playtime with Klee?
So Klee is a character that confused many players in Genshin Impact. When she first debuted, she was a little girl that had a huge love for explosives, giving a whole new level of destruction to the Catalyst class. Klee is a 5-star pyro character who got her very own banner and already had a story quest within the game that helps introduce players to her wondrous personality. So Klee's nationality is German, and if we talk about her fact, so Razor is scared of her. Razor, on the other hand, is extremely spooked by Klee and her explosions.
At least you did better than other Knight friend. The red one. Bernie girl. If she was here, whole mountain is fire. Can't catch even one boar.
Klee views Razor as a friend and loves to go visit him, starting that he has fluffy hair. She also states that Razor helps her clean all the mess she makes, trying out her new explosions, and Razor seems to truly fear when Klee comes around with her newest explosions.
Let's go fish blasting together!
Number 13, Lisa. Okay, now Genshin Impact sets players up with a team of 4 characters at the very beginning of the game, and one of these 4 characters is the librarian of the Knight of Favonius, Lisa, who is also a 4-star electro catalyst that has a very playful attitude. So she is a Briton, and if we talk about her facts, so she taught Razor. Lisa decided to take on the role of being Razor's mentor, although the way she went about it was a bit strange. Lisa taught the young boy how to use his electrovision and even admits that she was impressed by his power. She seems fond of Razor, and despite her hard training, Razor seems to look up to Lisa and is thankful that she is able to teach him to use his powers. Number 12, Kaeya. So Kaeya is a member of the Knight of Favonius in Genshin Impact that just doesn't fit perfectly with the rest of the members. Instead of being honest, outgoing and ambitious, Kaeya would rather take the justice of Mondstadt into his own hands. He is a bit of wild card, and depending on his mood, there may be more reports of criminal activity in the town. And let me tell you, his nationality is Indian. And if I talk about his facts, so he was a spy. Kaeya has a surprising story quest, as he was actually a spy sent by neighboring region to the Mondstadt called Khaenri'ah. Kaeya's mission is still a bit shrouded in mystery, but it seems to the point to the young boy being sent to sabotage the wine industry of the region so that the economy would suffer. Kaeya was an amazing spy, and only one person knows of his past, and that was by his own choosing. Number 11, Mona. So Mona is a peculiar character that is highly sought after by the Genshin Impact community. Mona is a 5-star hydro character that gives players the ability to travel across the surface of water quickly. She is also an astrologer, which can be seen both in her clothes and attacks. So Mona is an Italian, and if we talk about her facts, so she can see through everyone. Mona has the ability to pretty much see through everyone in Teyvat. She isn't fooled by outward appearances and understands understand the true nature of those around her. Thanks to this, she is able to make accurate judgments about the people she looks into using her talents. This can be seen in Mona's voice lines, in her character details. When she begins to give her thoughts about other characters, you can easily see that she can literally see through everyone, except Venti, of course. Number 10, Ningguang. So Ningguang is an important character in the story of Genshin Impact. She controls the rules of trade in Liyue Harbor and is also the richest character in the whole of Teyvat. Those who live in Liyue often look up to her, with very few residents willing to speak badly of Ningguang. She is seen as a guiding light for merchants who want to strike it rich, and even the slips of paper that she litters the city are also considered precious items. So Ningguang is also Chinese, and if we talk about her facts, so she wanted to sell her vision. Ningguang isn't really interested in combat despite having a Geovision. In fact, with her own vision appeared, she actually planned to sell it off before it activated. Sadly, this didn't work out the way she had planned, and she was frustrated that the vision has decided to resonate with her. Her initial plan was to have an auction and make a ton of Mora by selling her vision. Number 9, Noelle. So Noelle is a curious girl in Genshin Impact who spends most of her time helping out at the Knight's headquarters. Noelle is considered to be at the top of the maid game, and everyone who knows her holds her in high regard. She had made friends with both Bennett and Barbara, and as well as Klee, who she once got grounded alongside. Noelle's nationality is French, and if we talk about her facts, so her rose has a meaning. One of the standout things that Noelle wears is of course red roses. This is because she follows the Mondstadt traditions of roses representing secrecy. As a mate of the Knights, she finds herself learning a ton of information that could cause issues if it gets public. So the rose is her way of representing commitment to keeping secrets of those around her. So at number 8, we have Qiqi. So Qiqi is a mysterious Genshin Impact character who was first introduced during the story. At first glance, she appears to be a little girl who helps out at the pharmacy. She seems to be often get confused and has a strange love for coconut milk. On the battlefield, Qiqi is especially useful since she has the power to heal party members, and she is also a 5-star Cairo character, and Qiqi is also Chinese. So if we talk about her fact, so she was once imprisoned for some time. When Qiqi was brought back to life, her power went out of control and she went into a rage-like state. Because of this, one of the adepts decided to seal her inside a piece of amber in order to stop her from destroying the things around her. She stayed in this state for over 100 years. After being found by some explorers, she broke her seal and escaped into the night to find herbs. Number 7, Razor. So in Genshin Impact, if players haven't found a 5-star DPS character, then they usually have a default to Razor. That's because he's one of the most meanest and most impressive 4-star character, and some players even go as far as to consider Razor as a 5-star character in disguise. So Razor is a French, and if we talk about his fact, so he didn't know that he was a human until recently. One of the saddest things happened to Razor, apart from losing his dear Wolfpack friends, is finding out that he's not one of them. This happened not too long ago in the Genshin Impact timeline when Varka was still the Grandmaster. Razor believed that he is a wolf until he saw Varka in the flesh and noted some similarities between the both of them. Gradually, Razor started questioning his species until he started learning how to talk courtesy of Varka and even dressing up. So at number 6, we have Childe with an E, a Fatui. So Childe plays a central role in Genshin Impact story during the Liyue chapter and is seen by many as a force of chaos. He is a 5-star Hydro character with a unique ability to switch between bow, his main weapon, and a spear. Due to his unique combat style, he is highly sought after by players of Genshin Impact. His nationality is Greek, and if we talk about his facts, so he doesn't agree with the Fatui. While Childe is an important part of the Fatui, he doesn't really fit in with them. Childe disliked the Fatui and their antagonistic nature. Even more so, the Fatui seem to feel the same way about Childe, as he acts differently from the other Harbingers. Although Childe does agree with the organization's ultimate vision of peace, but he doesn't like some of the underhanded methods the Fatui uses to reach their goal. Number 5, Kazuha. So Kadehara Kazuhiro was the first playable Inazuma character introduced in the Genshin Impact. He is an Anemo sword user who is great at providing support support to his team despite his calm demeanor. Kazuhiro has been through a troublesome time, especially in the days leading up to his escape from Inazuma. So Kazuha's nationality is Japanese. And if we talk about his facts, so he wants to travel the world. Kazuha is a wandering samurai and wants nothing more than to travel the world and see it. This is likely one of the reasons he wanted to leave Inazuma and travel across the world, and we know that he is doing that right now. So at number 4 we have Rosaria. So Rosaria is known to be one of the members of the church, but it seems that she never attends services or events. Instead, she seems to spend her time at Angel's Share drinking wine with Diluc. There is also a fact that she is known for chain smoking cigarettes in broad daylight, and she is Italian. And if we talk about her facts, so her vision was given for murder. Rosaria is another vision user who shows that visions may not be a blessing. Her vision was given after she was caught trying to escape the bandits and was forced to murder their leader. Thanks to her vision appearing that time, the rest of the bandits accepted her as their new leader. Rosaria may have been saved by her Cairo vision, or it could have appeared due to her strength. So at number 3 we have Albedo. So Albedo can first be found standing on Dragon Spine Mountain in Genshin Impact, where he begins to experiment on the traveler. While the two became fast friends, it's apparent that Albedo has research on his mind at all times. He is a famed alchemist, a mentor to Sucrose, a friend to Mona, and a popular artist. Albedo isn't shy like Sucrose, but tends to find little interest in others. So if we talk about his nationality, he is a Canadian, and there is a fact that he wants to experiment on Paimon, our favorite emergency food. Well, Albedo, you can experiment on Bard instead. Get lost again, Bard. So Albedo has a very curious mind that wants to uncover the truth of everything around him. Because of this deep curiosity, he can't help but be interested in Paimon and what makes her float. In his dialogue, he even asks the traveler that if he can borrow Paimon in order to do experiments on her. The good news is that she doesn't appear to be food. The bad is that Albedo may still want to dissect her. Number 2, Amber. So Amber alongside Venti are the first two characters that the Traveler and Paimon encounter in Genshin Impact. Amber is also the first playable character that will be gifted to the players. She is an extremely energetic girl who uses bow to take down her targets, and she has a pyro vision. And let me tell you that Amber is Arabic. And if we talk about her facts, so Klee helped her to make her Baron Bunny.
Go, Baron Bunny!
Players have noticed that the Baron Bunny isn't just a cute toy, it is a weapon that will detonate after a set amount of time. Players who have met Klee can probably guess just who helped to perfect the destructive power of Amber's cute partner in crime. Klee and Amber seem to have a pretty great relationship as well, especially since Klee helps Amber with weapons. And now at number 1, the Travelers, Aether and Lumaine. So let me tell you, they both are Greek, and yes, if we talk about their fact, then they have different attack patterns. So MiHoYo made sure to not leave any intricate details out when designing the beloved protagonist. Aether and Lumaine may be twins, but that doesn't mean they don't have differences. Rather than taking the lazy route and simply both variations of the protagonist the same exact animation when in combat, MiHoYo took the extra step and made completely unique fighting style for each of the twins, a subtle difference to catch their attack speeds. As Aether moves slightly faster than his sister, their fighting style seem to complement each other's as well as contrast the others very well. Seeing the Traveler doesn't talk too much in the game, it's great to see that even their combat style, players are able to see a bit of their personality come through. So yes, my dear Hillbillies Rituals, these are some facts of some characters in Genshin Impact. I will make more parts of this video and cover more characters in the next parts. So yes, you can tell me in the comment box which is your favorite Genshin character. Well, mine is Abyss Mage, cause yes, I am also Abyss Mage. So now take care, my dear Hillbillies Rituals.